Hello, my name is Liz. I'm from the Kutztown University Fencing Club, and today I'm going to be talking to you a bit about fencing. At our fencing club, we train in the 3 Olympic styles of fencing: foil, épée, and saber. And they all look very different and they all have slightly different rules, but the basics are all the same. Okay, so the first blade we're going to talk about is foil. It is the blade we usually start teaching people on, and it is the second lightest blade. The target area for this is your torso, not your arms, and your neck. You have a mask on that has like a bib that's going to protect your neck, so it's perfectly safe. My foil here is an electric, so we would have a cord plugged in here that runs all behind you and it connects to a box. So when the button at the tip of the blade is compressed, it will send a signal to the box and let the judge know that you have gotten a point. The next blade is épée. It is our heaviest blade, and this one has a special target area. The target area is all over, so even if you get someone on the bottom of their shoe, it counts as a point. This one is also electric like my foil and works similarly, except you don't have to wear a special metal vest called a lame. Okay. Our third and final blade is saber. It is the lightest and the quickest blades that we fence with. This one is also electric, but it does not have a button like the foils and épées. This one is used by slashing, so the whole blade is electrified. The target area for saber is from your belly button up, including your head and your arms. So even the slightest little tap on any of these areas will get you a point. Okay, so next we're going to talk about the gear you wear when you fence. Okay, so what I have on now is a plastron. This is going to protect the side that is forward when you are fencing, so mine is on my left side because I am left-handed. If you were right-handed, it would be on your right side. So when we are in our on-guard stance, this side is more padded and protected. Okay, so now I have the jacket on. It's padded and all, so you'll feel the touches, but it will help cushion them. You also put a glove onto your dominant hand that you will be fencing with. So mine's again on my left hand because I'm left-handed, and if you had a right one, it would go on your right hand. Now your ungloved hand, it's going to be towards the back, so it shouldn't be touching anything when you're fencing. Okay, so the last piece of gear you need is the mask. It's going to protect your face, and this bib is going to protect your neck because this is target area. And during saber and épée, this is also target area. So it's nice and protected. No blade's going to go through here. And when you put it on, it looks like this. And it's not going anywhere. Okay, so now we're going to talk about some of the basic movements that you will use in fencing. The first one is your on guard. This is your starting position, and all the other movements are going to be rooted in this stance. So you're going to put your feet together so they make a right angle. Then you're going to move your forward foot, it should be the same one that you're holding the blade in, out about shoulder length. Your knee should be slightly bent. Your back arm will be behind you. It can be like this, or it can be up above. I like to hold mine like this. The blade, the hand with the sword, will be out in front of you, and the bell should hide your elbow. For foil and épée, it's going to be straight out. For saber, it's going to be more straight up and down. But your on guard is like this. Now, to move forward, it's called an advance. you're gonna step forward and then move your back foot, and you're gonna go back to that end guard stance. So again, a full advance will be that motion. Now, you can't always go forward, so you need to learn how to retreat. So moving backwards, you're gonna move your back foot and then your front foot. And again, it looks like this. So now that we know how to advance and retreat, how do we actually attack our opponent and get a point? We use a lunge. So a lunge, you're gonna only move your front foot and extend your arm. So again, a lunge will look like this. It's important that you don't roll your back ankle. You don't wanna go like that. You'll get hurt. So again, when you lunge, okay. Now, how are you gonna defend yourself against another fencer? We use parries. And to use a parry, you'll simply move your opponent's blade out of the way. And the tip of your blade should always be focused on your opponent's chest, the target area. There's also different guards you can use to defend yourself. So the guard I'm in right now is 6. Okay, so a basic parry is a 6-4 parry. So I'm going from position 6 to position 4. I'm just moving my arm across my body. 6, 4. Now there's other guards. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one that I don't see often used is 9B. So it's defending my back. And 9B is most commonly used in saber. Now foil nepe will use the same types of guards.
To give a quick narration of what's going on during this bout. You'll see my brother and I salute each other and the audience before we actually begin fencing and put on our masks. You always salute with the mask off. Here we're just making sure the helmets are on. In an actual bout, we would have an actual strip. Here we have cones marking the middle and the ends of our strip. You can see us advancing. I'm doing crossover retreats, just slightly more advanced. And here you can see us poking. We would normally have a head judge who would call halt and tell us what they saw. Here, Alex and I are going off of the honor system and freezing whenever we feel something on us, and you can see me motion to where I felt the point at. We got an off target, which means he got me on the leg, which is not in target area for foil. And you can see we kept poking at each other until one of us got a point. And here you can see the boy pop into frame. He enjoyed watching us fence. Now, it's important that during an actual bout you ask permission from the head judge to cross the strip. The boy is a cat, so he cannot ask permission, so Alex and I waited for him to safely cross. And again, we keep attacking a bit until we are sure someone gets the point. And you can see me after a point is touched, I hold up how many points each person has. At this point, I think it's 3-2. And we also give a little nod of our blades to let each other know that we are ready to fence. Now, normally the head judge would go on guard, and we would go into our on guard stance, and the head judge would then say ready. The fencers would nod or give some sort of sign that they're ready, and then the head judge would go fence. And after that, we would fence. Another thing that happens during these bouts is side judges. Side judges help the head judge watch for points that the head judge may not be able to see. Another off target. And at the end of the bout, we take off our masks, salute each other with masks off, and then you shake hands. And that's pretty much what goes into a fencing bout. A normal bout will be 15 points, but Alex and I only did a 5-point bout.
Thank you for watching this fancy fencing instructional video. Feel free to practice safely outside with foam swords and parent supervision. Thank you for watching.